Hey there, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. Welcome to your reading for that new moon eclipse that we're about to have in Libra. That new moon eclipse happens on either the 14th or the 15th, depending on where you are in the world. Ooh, you have the Sirius star blessings. So I am recording this in the energy of that portal, the 1010 gateway, and so I also wanted to kind of look at that. So that's why I pulled a portal card here. And you have the Sirius star blessing. It says yes, proceed, be seen, push forward. So this gateway opportunity with that new moon eclipse in that energy there, it's about endings and new beginnings. It's the power to really push forward into something new. You have a lot of power here backing you up. It's a big yes. Whatever it is that's been on your mind, it is the big yes. Okay, so, oh my gosh. All right. And the cards are flying out fast. So you have here at the key of the situation is the magnifying glass. It is paying attention to the details. It is getting into the details of it and where things are going from here. So overall energy is the card of the bridge. So this is where we are. We're in this bridging energy right now during eclipse season and in this portal energy from about October 1st to about the 20th of October. But it's a little bit bigger this year because of that eclipse that is happening in fellow earth sign of Taurus. It happens on the 28th, and I'll do a separate video for that. But there's this big, long on-ramp almost of getting things going, but it's time to get on board, right? It's time to move, to start bridging from one aspect of your life into another, whatever it is that is of interest to you. But if you are a Libra rising, I'm sorry, one more time, a Virgo rising, if that is why you are watching this, then this is likely has to do with personal finance, and job and career opportunities, and how you want to manage your finances and where you want to move forward with that. So there's a lot of support here for financial. I see a lot of financial stuff. So let's look at it. So you fell into the pot of gold here. We've got the clover. In the area of what you're seeking, it's almost as though what you've been seeking has been looking for you too, and this opportunity for what it is that you want is going to appear out of nowhere. So what you want wants you, and I do think it has to do with financial just because of so many other things that are around here. So you have been looking to make a big transformation, and it almost feels as though you need to change the community. So it feels like a job shift, like either change, where you're working in the community, in the job, in the career aspect, where your department, maybe changing the field of employment where you've been working to where you're going to a new job or something like that, or your focus within where you are right now, but what you've been focusing on, there needs to be a shift in order to create a bigger network. It's a networking kind of energy, because here in the obstacle, we have the card of transformation, right? We have the coffin card, but up here in how do you transform it, we have the card of community. And so it's networking. That's how you're going to transform the situation, is by creating a network, or amplifying the network you're in, finding a way to navigate through that network, to expand it in some way or the other. So a new tactic. And so it's about getting into the details and really seeing how you can magnify, amplify. It's not so much the details as much as it is an amplification energy. How can you amplify the message? So say you're in sales, how can you repackage it in a way that reaches more people? How can you use your words in a way that creates more clarity about what it is you're trying to do? How can you bring everything into some sort of situation? Now, if this is not about money, I would be shocked, honestly, when I look at these cards. But let's just say it is within a family dynamic or a group dynamic where you are trying to explain something, you're trying to be understood, you're trying to get people to see things and to really get on board with some idea that you have, then it's the same kind of thing. How can you repackage the way you're saying it? Mercury now finally freaking clearing its shadow. There's like all this energy about being able to really move things forward in a way that really makes sense for you. And so in the area of resources, you're being asked to commit. So sign a contract, commit to a new protocol, a new way of doing things. It is an internal commitment, perhaps, or it could be external, because resources has to do with your time, your wisdom, your knowledge, your finances. It has to do with your skill sets. So it's your resources. So where are your resources? Because here in the energy of action to take, we have the fish. This is the house of the fish. And so it is about moving stuff forward. And you could see, these two fish in the background are going in one direction. This fish in the foreground is moving in a new direction. It's about moving things in a new direction. There's a lot of energy about redirecting your energy to something new, a bridging, and moving from this energy to that energy. But it's about what speaks to your heart, right? So in the heart space, we have the dog of loyalty, and he wants to come out and play. What would be fun? How do you make life fun again? Because what's been draining your energy is, we have the bear here. The bear is about financial resources. The bear also is always about, spirit having your back. And this is a polar bear, so it's in his emotional waters. And I feel like you've been holding yourself back from the nudging, or because of all the planets that have been in retrograde, especially with Mercury recently having done that, it was like trying to get things moving. But Pluto stationed direct on the 10th, on the 1010 gateway. Mercury is about to clear its shadow, and Venus is now in your sign, helping you to empower you, to get you to move things in a way that really is. She's feminine receptive energy, but she's been all empowered after hanging out over there in Leo for like 4 months, and so she's got these ideas and this energy, and she's trining, what's going on over there in Taurus and what's going on in Capricorn. As she makes her way forward over the course of the next 5 weeks, you're going to have a lot of momentum shifting forward and a lot of things going. But it's about finding a new direction, a new way to do things, a new way of looking at things. And so it is institutionalized. We have the Tower here. And so the Tower is in Lenormand is not the same as in the Tarot. In Lenormand, the Tower card is about big government entities. It is about big institutions, but it's also about protection. And this looks like, the sun is right. It looks like Camelot, right? So it's kind of got this energy of the dream job, the dream way of doing things, the dream way of bringing things in. And so I think that right now, it's about amplifying a message that you are repackaging that will be promoted out into a new direction. It just sucked that card up. Here we go. So, yes, proceed. Be seen. Amplify, right? Be seen and push forward. And so there's something, well, you have a lot of cards here. So, look at this. You have releasing allegiances. This is a puppy, right? Dog of loyalty, but it's not an old dog. It's a new dog. It's a new way of doing things. And for some of you, it's a completely new job. Look, we have the Sacred Fool again. New beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings, new opportunities. But the Sacred Fool says to follow the calling of your heart. And here we have faith in the process. And so these are very feminine, receptive energies that are going on here. And I think this has to do with Virgo now having entered into your sign. She is a receptive energy. She receives opportunities, and she now knows what to do with them. She spent a lot of time figuring out exactly what she wants to do. She is on her way to Libra, where she is at home. She is training her other home sign when she is in yours of Taurus. And in Taurus, where we've got not Saturn. We've got Jupiter, which will station direct just about the time she exits Virgo. So she's going to be having a conversation with him. She's going to be talking to Uranus and Pluto. And Pluto is now direct. And so there's a lot of, let's get all the pieces together. Let's strategize on this. Let's let go of some old ideas, right? The eclipse season, old ideas, old way of doing things, and let's get on board with something new. And you have the golden solar dragon. It is a solar eclipse. This is a solar eclipse, and it's a ring of fire. So I go into a lot of detail on this in Facebook, so I invite you to join that group. But the sun, the moon is so far away. It's an apogee. It's as far as away from the earth as it can get right now. And so there's going to be the ring of fire. And so there's a lot of light shining around. And so it's like working through the shadow of it, but seeing the shadow for what it is and being able to recognize what needs to be shifted, what needs to be changed in your life. Excuse me. So also one other thing is I invite you to comment on this video. It'll put you in the drawing for the free reading I do every month. But if you also are a member of Facebook, I also post there who I select for the free reading. And I'm finding it easier to contact people that way. They don't seem to go back and check them responses to their messages in here. So that would be the best way to do that. So you have the Golden Solar Dragon. It helps you to stand in your masculine power with wisdom. So we have all this divine feminine energy here, this receptive energy going on, right? But taking action, the Sacred Fool does take action, but it is Libra season, and Libra season is the balancing. It is, so we have your feminine energy sign, Venus is a feminine energy, she's entering your sign, and the sun is in Libra, that's a masculine energy, and so it's this balancing energy. And Mercury, your sign, your ruling planet, has moved into Libra at this time. So helping to balance that. There's a mutual receptivity. It's a very technical astrology term, but it means that Venus and Mercury are having a very important conversation. They are both hanging out in each other's home sign. And so they're having this conversation about how to benefit you, right? Particularly you. You and Libra are getting a lot of benefit from this energy, and Taurus, I would say too. And so, but there's a lot of benefit going on about how to use this energy best to move things forward. So, helps you to stand in your masculine power with wisdom. Let your DNA be reprogrammed and light codes activation. Become an inspired leader. There's going to be a lot of light codes coming around in that ring of fire and hitting the earth, and they're going to be because they're going to be very specific is what they feel like, because the moon is blocking a lot of things. What gets around is very specific and very strong and very much about getting into the depths of what needs to be upgraded, right? And so it's a very pinpointed kind of energy that's coming in with this eclipse. And I think that you're going to find that it really awakens something very powerful, opportunity for you. And so when your left ear starts buzzing, take a moment and recognize that you are receiving downloads. And they are already coming in big time. The last couple of weeks, the buzzing has just been increasing to the point where, for me, it's been almost nonstop. So, so when you hear that, when you feel that buzzing sensation, take a moment to just accept the upgrades. Kind of like when your computer needs to go through its upgrading, programming. You got to pause what you're doing and let the computer upgrade. Pause, take a moment to breathe it in, and then continue on with your day. So you have to simplify your life. I cherish the simple pleasures of life, right? And so there's the releasing allegiances. I think part of simplifying your life is going to be going for what feels like joy and what feels like fun, moving things in a new direction, and sweeping out the old energy. And Eclipse always has us sweeping out the old energy to allow something new to come in. And you can see the sun shining in behind her, right? And so that's this eclipse, right? It's getting rid of all the lower vibrational energies and inviting in the light. And this solar, golden solar dragon, there's a big shift that's happening. Oh my God, I never noticed that before. That's so freaking cool. Okay, look. Behind this bridge, there is a castle. It's the castle. So you are moving from one thing to another, but it has this Camelot energy, this opportunity to really feel at peace and comfortable and in balance with all the things in your life that you want. But first you got to go across what looks like a suspension bridge, so it's going to feel, you know, a little wobbly, but that is the energy of Libra, finding the balance. So really powerful week for you. I hope you get something great out of it. All right, Virgo, thank you for supporting this channel, your thumbs up, your comments. And again, the comment puts you in the drawing for the free reading. Thank you for always being here and sharing out this video. I really appreciate it. So you guys come on over to Facebook. I go through the astrology every day over there, and I think you might find in particular over the course of the next couple of weeks that very useful for you. All right, you guys take care. Talk to you soon.